Good morning, my dear students. In our previous class, we have learnt about oxidation, reduction, and the redox reaction. In today's class, we are going to take the last two topics from this chapter, and then we are going to start with the next chapter. So, last two topics which are left is one is corrosion, and the second one is the rancidity. Now, we are going to take these two separate topics, and these are actually the chapters of this main domain. Now, see what is the meaning of corrosion. Now we have learned about oxidation, right? So it will become easy to learn about what is corrosion. Now you know what are metals. Metals are like iron is there. Iron is a metal. Similarly, silver, gold. These all are metals. Now what happens is sometimes the oxidation of metal take place. Now what is the meaning of oxidation of metal? We have metal and oxygen has combined to that metal. Similarly, we can say that we have metal and electrons are lost from that metal. So when this thing takes place, that time oxidation of metal can take place. So the oxidation of metals, when they are kept in air, you keep metals open in air for a long time. Now what will happen is, we have oxygen in atmosphere. That oxygen of atmosphere will react with the outer surface of metal, and this will corrode the metal. You will see the rust. Rust has appeared on metal, and the metal starts to damage. The whole surface, which was once very smooth and shiny, becomes very rough and damaged in nature, corrosive in nature. So this process is known as corrosion, and it is also called as the rusting of iron. So we say corrosion, or we can also say rusting of metal. Rusting of metal is known as corrosion, and the other name for this is that it has taken the name of oxidation of metal also. So this is the oxidation of metal. So basically we have the metals, when they are kept for a long time in the open atmosphere, then the oxygen of atmosphere will react with the outer surface of that metal, and then it will oxidize that metal, and as a result the metal will start to corrode and start to destroy and become weak. This is known as the corrosion of metal, oxidation of metal, or rusting of metal. Okay, so this was the corrosion. Now we have here two popular examples for corrosion of metal. The one is known as black coating of silver. Now you know silver is silver in color. This is a metal. Now what happens is, sometimes the black colored coating develops on silver. Whenever such thing happens, kindly understand that the silver has undergone oxidation. Oxidation of silver took place. Why? Because it was kept in atmosphere for long time. In that condition, we had the black coating on silver, and that is known as the corrosion of silver or the oxidation of silver. The second is green coating of copper. We know copper is what color? Copper is black color, black or brown color. Now what happens is, when again it is kept in atmosphere for a very long time, the oxidation of this copper will take place, and as a result what will happen? We have the green coat, or we have the green coating on copper. This will take place. This is the formula of copper. Next is rancidity. Now what is the meaning of rancidity? Again, it is the phenomenon of oxidation only. Corrosion was also the phenomenon of oxidation, and rancidity is also the phenomenon of oxidation. But in rancidity, we know that in corrosion, oxidation of metals took place. In rancidity, the oxidation of fats and oils will take place. And where are fats and oils present? These are present in the food that we eat. So what will happen basically? The food that we are eating, in that food we have fat and oil. Now these fats and oils will get oxidized. When these fats as well as oils, when they get oxidized, what will happen as a result? As a result, it will lead to the poisonous substances that will be formed because of this oxidized fat and oil. So it will lead to the spoilage of whole food. Now, is there any solution that we can prevent the oxidation of fats and oils? So what do we do is, in our food we add antioxidants. Now there are two. One is butylated hydroxytoluene. Please learn this name, butylated hydroxytoluene. I will again write it. It is butylated hydroxytoluene. We also have one more, which is known as butylated hydroxyanisole. This is BHA and this is BHT. Now what is the function of BHA and BHT? This is a very important 2-mark question. what happens is that this butylated hydroxyanisole or this butylated hydroxytoluene will prevent the oxidation of the fats and oils of the food, and as a result they will not get spoiled. Other than that, we can also fill nitrogen gas. We have wafers packets are there. In the wafers packet the gas is filled. Now that gas is nitrogen gas, N2 gas, which is filled inside that wafer packet so that to prevent the oxidation of the food inside. Or we can also use airtight containers, means if air is only not present, air is absent, so oxygen will also be absent. If oxygen is absent, so no oxidation will take place. In this way, this is known as rancidity. That's all for today, students. Thank you and have a nice day.